You know how to achieve success in your career. You know how to up-level your income. Money is an energy that needs to flow. When I started doing that, I noticed that it raised my vibration. It helped me increase the money flow into my life. I allowed everything to exist without any filters, and that's when you choose everything. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yulia, for those who are new, and on this channel we are talking about how to up-level your life and how to design your best future. Today I would like to chat about easy life edits that I implemented into my life and that made a significant difference in up-leveling pretty much every single sphere of my life, especially my income. And today I'm giving you a head start with that. I wish I knew these life edits before I tested them on myself, on my life, and I saw them work wonders for me. And if you're someone who's trying to up-level your income, who's changing career, or who just wants to balance out all the areas of your life and feel more happy and fulfilled, this life edits will be super useful for you as well. The first life edit that I have is super fundamental for pretty much any area of your life. And this is deciding that the universe is always on your side and always has your back. When I made this decision to trust the universe, to trust where it's leading me, every single choice, every single goal, and every single decision in my life came a little bit easier for me. And this is because I stopped looking at specific problems, at certain circumstances in my life. I was looking in a broader spectrum on all of that, and I knew deep inside that the universe is always on my side. It always wants what I want in life, and all those circumstances, all the events, all the troubles and the problems that I'm receiving in my life are there for me, are there to make me stronger, are there to make me understand myself better, understand how the world works better, and to ultimately achieve the goals that I set for myself. The second life edit that I implemented, and that's also a little bit more general and refers to pretty much every single area of your life, and this is educating myself on vibration and frequency. Pretty much everything in this world has its own vibration and its own frequency, and with whichever frequency we are vibrating on, the things and events of the same frequency we are attracting into our life. Every single thing, every single emotion, even our planet is vibrating on a specific frequency, and if I want to attract events of a higher frequency into my life, I need to vibrate on the same frequency as those events and things. And when I decided that I want to raise my vibration and to level up my frequency, first of all, I tried to eliminate the things that do take my energy away from me, that do make me feel crappy. This can be anything. It can be toxic people in your life. It can be toxic relationships that you have. It could be just regular things around you. If you are living in a cluttered home, if you don't care about most of the things that you have, what I started doing is I started donating those things. I started eliminating my interaction with the people who really sucked my energy and who did not make me feel good after interacting with them. Obviously, everyone has their life circumstances and everyone has their own people in the life that they can just get rid of that easy. But there are still relationships, there are still interactions, there are still things that you can limit in your life. There are things that you can get rid of. You can donate to other people who will vibrate with them a little bit better. And after I did the whole inventory of everything that sucks out my energy and lowers my vibration, I created more space for implementing the things that actually do raise my vibration. And those things that I'm gonna tell you right now, you 100% heard from other people. And this is simply because they work. This is a proof that these things actually work because they helped hundreds and thousands of people before you, and they will also help hundreds and thousands of people after you. They helped me, they helped other people who actively implemented them, and they will definitely help you. And the first thing is gratitude. Gratitude is one of those frequencies that is really, really high. And if you are vibrating on a gratefulness frequency, you will attract a lot more wonderful things into your life. Another thing is when I notice that I am overwhelmed by thoughts, when I notice that I'm living most of my day in the past or I'm worried about something in the future, I physically started slowing down, because when you slow down your body in any possible way, you slow down your mind. Everything is super interconnected. It just works so great when I simply start moving slower, when I eat slower, when I take my time with doing certain tasks, when I do yoga or when I meditate, I do notice that my thoughts slow down because my body is very slow. Another thing that you could use to raise your vibration is doing therapy. And we do have problems that we reinvent for ourselves every single day that come from a certain trauma that happened in the past. And usually it's 1, 2, or 3 things that we really struggle with from our childhood that we keep reinventing into our everyday life. And if we go back and settle it there in the past, we will stop reinventing those things constantly in our everyday life. So doing therapy was something that really helped me figure out certain limiting beliefs that I had that didn't let me live to my fullest potential. And obviously, one of the most important things to raise your vibration is self-study. It's really digging deeper into yourself and understanding what your core values are, what your values are in your career, in your relationship, with the money, with the social life, and what are your personal values, and also what are your beliefs, what are you genuinely believing in. If you are following your heart, if you do listen to yourself, you ultimately know the answer to all of those questions. You know how to achieve success in your career. You know how to up-level your income. What stands in your way is all of those beliefs that are imposed on us by the outside world. And if you start digging a little bit deeper into what you actually believe in, what you actually want in your life, that's when you notice that your life started changing. Life edit number 3 is all about my income and up-leveling my income, and this is figuring out my relationship with money. I did try to understand what I feel towards the money for many years of my life. And one of the exercises that I used to do in the past is to imagine that money is an actual person, a friend that just came into my home. And how would I treat that person? How would I treat my friend when they come? Would I be welcome? Would I be happy that they came? Would I be grateful that they decided to come visit me and spend their time with me? And on the other hand, would I lock them in my place and not let them leave? Would I be scared that they're gonna leave? Money is an energy that needs to flow, because if we have the energy that comes and then it gets stuck, nothing good comes out of it. Energy needs to flow. So whenever I spend money, I spend my money with gratitude. If I choose to spend my money, it is for myself, it's for something that I really want, it's something that will make me happy, and thus I let the money go with ease and gratitude. And whenever money comes back to me, I'm grateful as well. The next life edit is very closely connected to the previous one, and this is to let myself buy the best possible. And this is when you have a question of getting one thing or another. One is a little bit cheaper, it's a little bit of less quality, but then you think, why would you spend money on more expensive thing if you can suffice with a less expensive thing? And that's when you choose everything. That's when you choose what your income will be. And that's pretty much you telling the universe that you don't need more money because you can suffice with the less quality thing, less expensive thing. And I'm not saying here that you should go and always buy everything that's more expensive. You will be your own judge to identifying what makes sense for you and what doesn't make sense for you. For me personally, what really worked in figuring out this relationship with money is allowing myself a nicer thing, a little bit more expensive thing. When I started doing that, I noticed that it raised my vibration. It helped me increase the money flow into my life. The next life edit that I implemented is surrounding myself with successful people. And when I did learn about this life edit, I didn't have successful people in my life because as everything works, I was vibrating on a lower energy, and I was vibrating the same people into my life that are vibrating on the same energy and are not super successful as well. So I started reading books and I started taking different workshops, paid and free. There are a lot of successful people out there who give a lot of advice. There are a lot of workshops, there are a lot of therapy sessions that you can try, but then you can select whether this methodology is something that works for you or it's something that doesn't. I noticed every single time when I had a selective mindset and I tried to do the opposite of that. I started allowing pretty much any knowledge, any piece of advice or wisdom. I allowed everything to exist without any filters. I allowed everything to come into my life, and then when it's there, to identify what really speaks to me and what doesn't speak to me. And I started trying doing different things, because when we do the same thing, we get the same result. when we start doing something a little bit different, like let's say you decided to spend some money on the workshop that you always wanted to take to upgrade certain skills. That's different, and by doing different, we get different results. The next life edit that I implemented is feeling and acting as if I'm already there. If you're watching this video, you probably have a greater vision for your life. You probably have a vision board, or you're planning to have a vision board set up. You have the grand picture of yourself and your life, or you have a clear idea of how your future self feels, and you can integrate those feelings that you see. For example, for me, for the longest time, it was wake up excited, and I cultivated this feeling of excitement every single morning when I was waking up. I was thinking about all the wonderful things I can have. I was thinking about the breakfast. I was thinking about my first cup of coffee. Or maybe you're someone who wants to have certain things into your life in the future. Maybe you want to spend some extra money on skincare. Or maybe you're someone who sees yourself having bubble bath times, and that's something that you can already do. Whatever you have in the future image of yourself, some of those little things you can already start implementing into your everyday life today. The next life edit that I implemented, and I will have to be honest, I'm still working on that. This is following my impulse. I'm someone who always postpones things. For example, this specific video, I had this idea to record this video 3 weeks ago, and I'm recording it right now because I postponed it. I did have an impulse to record this video, but I didn't follow my impulse. What is important is to try to follow your impulse right away when you do have the urge to do something, when you feel like it will be cool to do something, that you feel like you've always wanted to do it and now you have the opportunity, and then you start postponing it because it might be not the right time, it might be not the right people, or X, Y, or Z. When we have an impulse inside to do something, the urge to do something, that's when we have the most amount of energy generated to do things that are important for us. And when we start postponing it, that's when we start losing this energy. The next life edit that I implemented is investing in any way. Even if you start with the bare minimum, it will start raising your frequency and your vibration right away. I started investing, I think, with $50 per month into the stock market, and 2 years later, I invested into 2 properties in Mexico. Imagine it like an invisible staircase where as soon as you step on one step, the next one appears. When you step on that one, the next one appears, and thus it goes up and up and up. So allowing yourself to do something different gives you the possibility to go step up. Even if you start investing with just $10 per month or something like that, maybe you would not buy coffee a couple times, but you would put this money towards the market. It's not even about the money that you're accumulating, even though it's also important. It's about raising your vibration. It's about showing yourself and expanding the idea of your capabilities, expanding your worth, expanding your values, showing yourself that you're capable of so much more. The next life edit that I implemented into my life is getting help when needed. I'm still working on that. It can be very hard to acknowledge that you need help, to seem vulnerable, and to think that you will be judged by other people for that. One of the things that's really, really important to know is that you can help yourself with everything, but you can't help yourself with everything at a single point of time. It's very important to understand where is that you need help and ask for that help. And it has been really, really hard for me as well to acknowledge that I need help, because I just want to do everything myself. I wanted to prove to the world that I'm capable and I'm worthy. But asking help does not mean that you're incapable or unworthy. When I first started addressing the issue of not being able to ask for help, I started with having a family doctor and going to the doctor to tell them about my physical problems if I had any. When I felt more comfortable doing that, I took therapy sessions with a psychologist, and I started getting help with my mental health. And that was another challenge. It required a lot of inner work, it required a lot of crying, it was very scary. But then the more I did it, the more comfortable I became. And someone who knows me for a while knows that I have been on antidepressants for a year, and that's also getting help. Sometimes we do feel ashamed of asking or receiving certain things that we do need help with. but it's absolutely okay to do so, because when you do ask for help, you show yourself as who you truly are. And this is what's important. Not to pretend that you can do things that technically are very hard for you to do. And my most favorite life edit that I started implementing into my life is giving back. And giving back is something that raises your vibration so much. We can give in many different ways. The first way that comes to mind, obviously, is a monetary value. It's giving a gift or giving money. But we forget that this is not the most valuable resource that we can give. The most valuable is to give your time. If I could dedicate my time to someone, it's a gift of time. It's given to this world. If I can give someone my attention, if I can give someone my knowledge, it's even more important than giving a gift. And when you get into the habit of giving your time, your attention, your knowledge, helping someone develop their skills, that's when you will feel that you feel lighter and you feel happier. And that's when you will start attracting things back into your life, because the more things we give, the more things we get. These are some of the key life edits that I implemented into my life to see immediate results on pretty much every single area of my life. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any personal life edits that you implemented that worked really, really well for you. I'm curious to know about them, and I'm pretty sure that everyone else who's watching this video would love to know about them too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Cheers.